Alright guys, this is our weekly solo player's guide to the Nightfall. If you're new to the channel, do this every single week. All three strikes, all three classes, Warlock, Hunter, and Titan. This is our Warden of Nothing on a Titan. If you're going for 100,000 points, I will walk you through it, but I won't actually be showing that completion in the video. So if you're going for 100,000 points, and maybe even if you're not, you obviously want to go for the over 100 for the increase. I think it's like 130, 135, something like that for the handicap. And then I would go solar. And as much as that sounds hard, trust me, it's gonna work. Or I guess you could go arc. Maybe. And I would go heavyweight. And then I would go momentum, and even if you're not going for 100,000 points, throwing on momentum is going to help you out a lot in a couple spots. So just keep that in mind. You might, if you're having trouble, throw on momentum. It'll do you a lot of good. And then I would also run probably Extinguish. Just because if you go for 100,000 points, you don't want to die more than once, maybe twice. And then as far as setup goes, if you're rocking Arc Singe instead of Solar, I would go something with long range, maybe Soul Survivor, or what is that? Not Void. Or what's that bow called? The Arsenic Bite. Just something with some range and some arc. And then I would probably go Thunderlord or Prospector. So what we're rocking is the Duke MK44 with Outlaw, Rampage, and a minor spec. The Twilight Oath, I think this is the curated roll. It is. So it's got snapshots, box breathing, and a major spec. And then also Sleeper Simulant. And then we're also rocking One-Eyed Mask. If you don't have this one, Heart of Inmost Light is really good. Or also Armamentarium is also really good. And then we are also rocking the top tree, but you could run actually any of these. Obviously, if you're having a little harder time staying alive, you want to go bottom tree, just so you can get heals on ability kills. And then I prefer Thermite Grenade. And for the boss fight, I would say Rally Barricade, but that one's up to you. So with all that said, let's go ahead and rock this guide. Alright, so as soon as you get here, what I like to do is just start taking out a couple of the dudes, just so that mini boss Minotaur turns around, so you can get his crit spot. And if you hit that crit spot just right, he should go down in one hit. If not, you can clean him up with your sniper or bow. And then once he's dead, you can pretty much feel free moving forward. This dude gets on my nerves quite a bit, so we just say screw it, kill him, and still miss. But then just go ahead and slowly make your way up. And watch out, because sometimes these little things open up and more guys come out. Sometimes they don't. Just keep that in mind. Sometimes they're already out. I'm not sure what that depends on. But then once you kill these two guys, go ahead and open the door. And then we'll be on our way. There's also going to be one guy in here. Go ahead and take him out. And then scan the thing to move the train. And then what I like to do is, as soon as I come in through this tunnel, I like to shoot whatever I can. At least get one good shot on it, even if it's like very minimal damage. Just so when the train comes plowing through, it'll actually give you points for those kills. So that's some pro tips for those 100,000 point runs. And then just go ahead and kill this guy. That guy's an elite. And then this guy is also an elite. And then wait for the train to go by. There's going to be like 2 or 3 more goblins over here. I like to just stand up here, again, do some damage on them, and then let the train hit them. And for some reason, I got points for one of those. Don't know why. But then just kill this guy. And hopefully you guys get luckier than I am with these power ammo drops. I don't get hardly enough. I think power ammo needs to drop more with heavyweight on. Like, I should never be starved for heavy ammo, in my opinion. But then if you can get this guy to turn around, one shot with a sleeper will do the trick. Otherwise, take him out as you can. And then same thing with those incinerators, the guys with like the packs on their backs. If you aim at those packs, one shot with sleeper will take them out. So then go ahead and kill these guys. Kill the little dudes that are fighting across the way. Be very careful of the train, and then hop up on top of those rails. Kill your way through if you want to, and then we'll get to the other side. Alright, once you're here, go ahead and just stay back. Take your time. Again, there's going to be 1 or 2 elite incinerators. Shooting their back generally hits them in one shot with the sleeper. If it doesn't, you just go ahead and finish them off with whatever you got. And then go ahead and kill these guys, and then we'll move on up into the little tunnel. Alright, so once you get here, go ahead and just kind of peek through. Don't go running into this room. There are 2 hobgoblins that are sniping solar damage. Be very careful. I would suggest taking them out first, and then moving up a little bit further, and then go ahead and kill them. And then with these dudes, I like to just pop up above the stairs here, just like this. And then usually that guy looks at me way before he is this run. But you can take him out one shot. And then try, and if you have a grenade, throw it at all those guys that spawn in. That way, if they get hit by the train, again, you get points. There's also going to be 2. I think one of them is elite, the other one's not. Sometimes they're both elite. Oh, they are both elite. These hobgoblins here, there's one to the left and one up top on the right. Go ahead and take them out first if you can. Be very careful, especially if you're going for 100,000 points. And then just peek around. And then we're just going to slowly kill everything that's spawned in. There are going to be 2 elite Minotaurs as well. So if you get them in just the right spot in the crit section, Sleeper Stimulant should take them out one shot, or you can clean them up with like your sniper or your bow or whatever ranged weapon you have. And then once you kill enough dudes, the boss is, or the mini boss is going to spawn in. He's not so mini boss. He might just be considered a boss. I'm not sure, but he'll spawn in. And what I like to do is run all the way back to the room with the 2 hobgoblins that we first came in. Run all the way back there and just kind of head glitch him. It usually takes 2 or 3 sleeper stimulant shots. Alright, but once he's dead, everything else will despawn. So try again and get as much damage on as whatever is left alive as possible, because once they despawn, you will also get points. So go ahead and pick up whatever ammo you got lying around, if you can pick it up. And then we'll move on into the next little tunnel section. Alright, so once you're here, go ahead and take out these 2 little Scions, turn to your right, kill these 3 guys really quick, and then there's going to be a bunch of elites in here. Like, the majority of these dudes are elite, and there's also going to be the wanted enemy in here. So what I like to do is wait for box breathing if you have this exact role, or you have a role with box breathing on it, and that way you can one-shot the elites, at least with a major spec. I'm not sure how that works without it. But just slowly make your way here. Obviously, if you're going for 100,000 points, you want to do it a little bit faster than what I'm doing. I'm just kind of casually doing it. And then remember, Sleeper will kill these guys one shot if you hit them in the right spot. Just like that. And then we're just pretty much going to do this throughout this room. I would honestly just let the wanted enemy run away, escape, so you don't waste unnecessary heavy ammo that may or may not drop. So after that, we'll go ahead and rock into the Prison of Elders section. Alright, and then this is the room specifically where momentum, even if you're not going for 100,000 points, is really, really going to help you out. So what I like to do here is just kill whatever's kind of on the outlying. Like, try and get as much power ammo to drop as possible. Here it is going to be, you want at least like 6 or 7 shots, I think. I think it might be 6 shots for the boss if you're not going for 100,000 points. If you are going for 100,000 points, it's probably going to be a little bit more. So just keep that in mind, and you might want to run Whisper. That might work really well too. Just depends on what you got. So conserve power ammo as much as possible. And then this cannon is going to spawn in, and I am going to die, because of course. But what you want to do, theoretically, is drop the cannon, because you want to use it on the elites as much as possible. That way, again, you can conserve your power ammo. Go ahead and kill these guys. And I think this is where I die. Yep. Alright, and if you do die like me, you get to see what that looks like as well. I like to come over to the left, clear out these ads. That timer has a minute on it, but it does freeze once you're actually inside the circle. So feel free to take a little bit of time to take out those ads. And then go ahead and jump in. I like to take my power ammo to this guy so I don't have to worry about him later. And then the same with this incinerator. And then we can deal with these guys right here if they're not too vexing. Pun not intended. Not too, like I said, not too vexing on your aim and flinch and all that beforehand. And then I like to just kind of try and clear as many of these guys out as possible. Now if you have the cannon, obviously that's going to be a lot easier. But if not, that's okay as well. And I'm trying to take out those guys, but it doesn't quite work. And then these guys will both be elites. Go ahead and take them out. Or don't if you get that one cleared out. Then what you definitely want to do is clear out these four guys right here. And this is right here is especially where momentum comes in very much in handy. If you have momentum on, you don't have to kill anything. You can just run around inside the circle until they all despawn. But if you don't have momentum on, or maybe you want to kill stuff going for 1,000 points, that second mini boss is going to spawn in, so be very careful of him. And then just kind of clean up whatever's left. Once you got that cleared out, go ahead and run to the left. And just like with the Vex, we're going to clear out these three Cabal Legionnaires that spawn in right here. And then we're going to throw our grenade, and we're going to go, I think we do one power ammo shot against the boss, and we just finish him off with the sniper. You definitely want to use this bit for cover, away from those rockets, because going 400,000 points, that's really going to rock your world. So just be careful, stay back. And it's not that hard, or it's not that bad. I shouldn't say it's not that hard, because it might be to you. But go ahead and take him out. Avalanche is also another great power ammo for solar if you got that, which I know a lot of people might not because it was with the Dawning. But go ahead and just jump all the rest of the way down, and then we'll be in the boss fight, which goes by very quickly. So if you have 100,000 points, if you're going for that, do as much damage as possible to the boss until the little mini boss enemies spawn in, and then take them out as quickly as possible. Like save. If you don't think you can kill the boss in enough time, go ahead and save like 3 or 4 shots for the, I think there's 2 mini bosses that will spawn in. Just be very careful with them, take them out as quickly as possible, and then just keep going on the boss. Otherwise, that's going to do it for this video. Let me know in the comment section if it helped you out. You can also let me know by hitting the like button and subscribing if you're new to the channel. And as always, stay positive, be happy, be healthy, live long and prosper, and I hope you guys have an amazing week.
Feel it. The light is back. We're back. Eyes out, Guardian.